Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Obviously from the topic there you can see what I'm going to be building here. I'm going to be building a drone. I got a full kit here from Drib. I got his motors as well. I got the Drib hyper motor, hype drain. See what kind of KV are these. They're the V2s, the high KV motors, 2306, 2650. So yeah, I'll bring down the camera so you can see all the content that I got that I'm going to be building with it. Here's the motor right here, the Drib motor. It's a pretty nice motor. I like it. It's kind of flashy as well. It's got that copper look to it. So I'm pretty sure that the V2 has to do with bearings. It's got updated bearings in it. That's what I read. So I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And here's their X-Hovers Skyliner Drib frame. So I'm going to be building this guy with those motors. And I fly Spectrum, so I'm going to be fine with the Spectrum over here. We'll see how that goes. And I also have the AKK video transmitter. I've never used it before. This will be my first one using it. It's got SD card on there. Pretty sure you got to use a 32 gig SD card. It's got small audio. I'll be installing that, so we'll see how that goes. This will be a full build from start to finish and tuning. So we'll just stay tuned and we'll build this together. I also have the run cam. This is the one from Rotor Riot. I mean, it has their badge on there, but this is a run cam camera. It's got the big lens on it. This is the GoPro lens size, I believe it is. So that's the one that we'll be using here for the build. So let me start opening the package and then we'll go from there. Alright, let's see here. These are the top plates, camera mounts, and all your screws and your accessories. This is the foam, little foam pad there. I won't be using that one. I will be using the Omo grip kind of one right here. I like this one. I've used that one on all my drones and it's a pretty good one. So it comes with some rubbers here for your flight controller. I believe that one goes on top of your one of these plates right here. Goes inside of here. But like I said, we'll build this together. I'll get all this out of the package and lay them all out for you. Alright guys, got the rubber grommets inside of here, and yeah, it's a little tricky, but it's not too bad. Just got a lot of oils in my hand, that's why it took me a little bit longer than normal. But yeah, here's your X plate here. So I'm gonna start from the inside, work your way out. You know what I mean, from the middle out. Apparently it's the easiest way. Guys, there's only one way that it could go on. If you put it on this way, the wrong way, you see how it kind of sticks out there? I've seen a lot of people confuse that. Obviously that's not the right way. You want to make sure that when you put it on there, all the holes line up, but it's also flush with that X right there. That is the proper way. But you want to use Loctite on this, guys. So what I do is pour me a little Loctite here on a little Ziploc bag or a little baggie that stuff comes in. Keeps it cleaner. That way I don't make a big mess. So there you go. When you put this on, don't tighten it up too much. Just give it a couple turns. 1, 2, 3. Probably a little less than that. You want it still loose. You want to be able to put all of the these arms on without pulling on the O-rings that are in there. If you put them too tight, you'll have some problems pulling your O-rings off and stuff like that, binding on them and stuff. So just be careful with that. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this other one on there, just loosely. There we go. That ain't right. I'll put that on now. Yeah, that's better.
It's a little tricky. There we go. A little black type spinning everywhere. There you go. Yeah, one more left.
Once you start one, it's kind of hard to mess it up. You just follow it and they pretty much fall in place. If you put it on wrong, you will know because they're shaped differently. So if you put the wrong one on the wrong side, you will know quickly because the holes won't line up all the way. It's pretty clever the way it's built. It's pretty nice build. There you go. Now that they got them all on there, let me pick the frame up just a little bit. So once you get it like that, you go ahead and tighten them in a good sequence. So
Crisscross. Start from the center, work my way out. So just crisscross there. Now the outside, 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 outside. Now work on back in the middle. It is nice and snugged up.
there you go. There's your frame. Nice sturdy frame. It ain't going nowhere. You could tell it's gonna take some good hits. It'll take some good crashing, which is I will be making videos and I will be doing a lot of crashing. Okay, there's the camera mount right here. So from what I'm understanding, you're better off getting your standoffs installed, at least the two bottom ones, because it's going to be easier to put your camera together without the top part. Obviously this is your top of the camera right here, this is the bottom side, so you can tell because it's got a notch right there that pretty much notches right inside of this guy right there. if I could out of focus it right in there. So, you know what I mean? Just like that. So, I mean, I'm sure you could put it together and then slide your camera in there and do it, but this is the way they did it. It's the way he does it. Drib does it. So, we'll just go ahead and follow his lead, right? So, I need 2 of those. Alright guys, so I decided to change my 401 ESC, this one right here, just because I just wanted a cleaner build, and I don't know if, you know, I had it all crooked like this and cables going across and everything like that, you know, this, I didn't want to do that, so I went ahead and installed these little single ESCs on each arm. But I left one behind so you can see it, but that way it's a cleaner build on top. That way this video transmitter right here, it's a 30 by 30 stack, so it wouldn't fit anywhere back here. When I put the standoffs on, there's no room for it. I could have used my other one that I have from the Mac 3, but then I would have had to just stick it on the top or something, or down here, and then my receiver somewhere else. So I don't know. I bought this one specifically for this build, so that's why I went with this route. So I'm gonna go ahead and solder this on, stick this on here, double-sided tape, and then I'll remove this back up and then get everything else soldered on. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and finish soldering all the cables on, and then that'll conclude this this video. And then I'll do another video on setting it up with beta flight and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and get started here. This, and then kind of like get a measurement there where it's gonna land at. It's gonna be like right around there. I like this solder gun here. You put it at the temperature you want and it gets up there pretty fast, as long as you're using it on a lipo. If you use it on the wall, it takes a little longer. Okay, this.
There you go. There you go.
That's it right there. So I put all these stickers underneath it. You don't have to, but I liked it. I like to be different, so I added all these stickers on the bottom of it. One right here. But all right, so now I'll go ahead and remove this guy, and then we'll go ahead and get all my cables cut out and ready for solder to the flight controller. Alright guys, so here we go. Mounted all of these on. I had to take this back off just because I forgot to solder these positive and negative lead here. But yeah, so no big deal. So on these guys from Race Day Quads, it looks like it goes the other way around. But these were kind of too close to the carbon fiber. You know what I mean? The solder points right here. So, you know, I'm afraid that it's gonna contact with this thing, and because I wanted the plastic cover that goes over it, but they didn't have them available. So so I just flipped it, went this route, and it's very highly recommend that you use the proper colors, you know, negative and positive, red and black. But I decided to go this route, make it cleaner. So, but I did all the negatives first, you know what I mean, all the way around, and then I did the positives. That way there's no confusion. You won't mess them up and get confused. So they are opposite of each other, which is kind of a bummer. You know, negative on the ESC is on this side and the negative is on this side. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to crisscross them. And I didn't want to make them tight where, because I got this flight controller soft mounted, you know what I mean, where it still moves around and stuff. So I didn't want these to, when you got short cables like that and you solder them, it becomes like a tight bridge, and I didn't want that, any flexibility, to cause my flight controller to act weird. So make sure you leave some space in where it's still flexible a little bit, you know what I mean. But yeah, that was it for that. So I got my you know, a lot of people say that they don't believe in it, whatever, but you know, it's available. So I just put it on there, a capacitor there, and kind of put it to the side there along with my receiver in there. And then I did order his 3D printed antenna stuff back here just to make it cleaner. This right here, guys, this is for a capacitor, a smaller one, and it had another one of these on this side so you could bolt it down. So I kind of like cut the hole in the bottom there and kind of shoved the cables through there and soldered this on there. So whenever I put the plate on, this is going to go on top like that. So it'll kind of hold it in one spot. That way, because it's pretty close to the blades here, to the blades there. So I didn't want it to tag it or nothing like that. So we'll see how it looks at the end. I'm sure it's going to look good. But this is what I was talking about. So these blades are going to go inwards. So you want to put the ones that go inwards on the thrust side, you want those to be out here. So I was thinking something like that. Let's see, like this, you know, and then electrical tape it all the way around. That way you don't have a boom strike, you know, or boom strike, sorry. I fly 3D helicopters, so boom strike is a very common word here, but not for drones, obviously. So, you know, something clean like that, and then you just wrap it all the way up with good old electrical tape, and it'll look good. I mean, it's not about prettiness as much, you know. Obviously you want to build a nice quad, but at the end of the day, it's about functionality and how sturdy it is, right? So just by adding this little thing, it does take away of how nice it looks, but it does make it sturdy. So I want to fly around and crash things, and if anything, just change props and put it back in the air, you know what I mean, and keep going, versus you know, this being exposed and hit a branch and it breaks it off and cables is everywhere, or you know, you got a blade strikes it or anything like that. You know, you want to stay away from that kind of stuff. And my light just went out here, sorry guys. I guess the battery on this doesn't last too long. Oh, that just went dark. Okay, hold on, let me get another light here. It's not the same light, but whatever. It's gonna have to do. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to focus it in and out here. What else I got? Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and install my signal wire. It goes from each ESC straight out to it, and then we'll run those out, and then I'll go ahead and install these guys, and we'll zip tie them down and see what they look like. I don't know if I should go this way. Yeah, probably this way, right? Because you want the blade the furthest, the one that's the most susceptible to get a blade strike. It's up here, right? Because of the width of the blade here, I guess. If you go here. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll probably put it in like this. And then you want it more towards the front. This is where it's gonna hit. But yeah, so cut it off, and then I'll get this video transmitter right here on it, and then we'll get these all soldered in. I already tinned everything I'm supposed to there, and already got solder on everything, and yeah, we'll put it together and see what it looks like. There we go, guys. So I just soldered on all the signal wires. I read that the ground doesn't need to be soldered on there. This says you can remove it, but it's there, available. I have the cable, so I went ahead and I did it anyways. So we've got power and ground for the ESC, and then there's a signal and ground as well, right in the middle. They said they recommend 22 gauge wire, 20 gauge wire, whatever. That's what. So I used a little thicker one in. So left a little room, like always, you know, so it can be flexible. You don't want to be pulling down on this when you solder it down too tight. You want to have some kind of flexibility. That way it's not changing your flight characteristic. Then I went ahead and cut these to length for my video transmitter over here. Kind of put it backwards, that way I made sure I soldered everything where it's supposed to be. And then for the rest of that, you know, buzzard, LED, buzzard, all that stuff. I definitely want to put a buzzard on here. So I'm reading on the website there, and it says it recommends you not to solder the buzzard on the buzzard pads. So we'll see. I'm gonna read up and see where they recommend to put it at. That way I could go ahead and put the buzzard on here and see where would I install it at. Probably like somewhere up here. There's some room in there somewhere. There's a standoff that goes right here in the front, so pretty sure I could hot glue one right inside of there and get a buzzard right inside in that front little hole. You can see it right there, right in this area. There's a good gap there. You know, the standoff will go right here, and put one in there. That way, if I lose my drone, I crash it in the trees, I could go ahead and buzz it out and go find it. But so far it's just coming along. We'll see how it goes. So now I got these on there. See if I can give it a nice little twist. Probably not. And you know, it'll sit just like that. See, it was pretty much out of the way right there, and you know, that's what she's gonna be looking like right there. Not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And then kind of like bend this and snap it inside of there. But these things are flexible. That's what I like. That's why I like these style connectors. They're pretty good. They're really good actually. So I'm gonna put the GoPro on as well, and this one has DVR as well. So, but I'm just gonna use both of them. I'm gonna record off of this one. I am hooking up smart audio on it, so that way I could control the channels and everything throughout my goggles. And then I'm gonna put the GoPro mount on top, which is this one right here. I also have the session one, but I don't have a session yet, but I do have one of these, so I will use one of this. I'll use this one for right now. This one will go up here. You guys know how it goes. I'm sure you've seen Drib's actual website or his video of how he built it, but it's pretty nice. I like it. So yeah, there it is. So far I've got that soldered on there. I got all the ESCs are fully soldered already. They're all ready to rock. Pretty much all I got left is a buzzard and my camera in front. They also has an option here for 5 volts out and ground for your camera, but I'm gonna use the one on the flight controller itself. It does have 9 volts, it puts out 9 volts, so there is a, it's got to have a reducer in there. So on the bottom of the pad, there's a pad there. You gotta solder on 5 volts or 3.3 volts, right? So as soon as you put that on, I think it goes to battery volts, and then it says 9 volts right on that pad, so I'm pretty sure 9 volts is gonna go to that camera and the ground. So these cameras could handle pretty good voltage. I think this one could go up from 5 volts all the way to 36 volts. I'm pretty sure that's what the manual here says for it. Yeah, 5 to 36 volts, so it can handle 9 volts. I'd rather put 9 than 5 on there. Probably be more of a clean picture there, but yeah. So yeah, I'll put this here, and then we'll go ahead and quickly, I will try and let's go ahead and put these on. See, because these look nice without nothing on there, right? But the whole point of it is protecting your quad. You know, you don't want to have your quad where it's susceptible to one crash and now you can't fly no more because you didn't build it strong enough, especially for a freestyle quad, right? So let's see, I might shorten these out a little bit, I'm not sure. Let's see, let's get in there a little bit more. Alright, let's see what I got going on here. So the blades are coming in this way. I might use a thicker side on that side, just like this. And or I might even cut this, because I don't think I need all that. But I would like to protect the cables as well, like that. Yeah, that looks good. That'll protect it for sure. Alright, let's try that. The whole key is to protect the cables. Back here I'm not too worried about, because if the blade goes down, bends down far enough there, it's gonna hit here before it goes back here. So I'm not too worried about back there. It's all this area is where, all the front area right here is where you want to be careful with. So I just found a trick. Cut a little piece off the tape first and kind of hold it wherever you want it at, and then pretty much start it that way. If not, if you start with the roll itself and start rolling it on, it's gonna move everywhere. So you want to kind of like lightly put it on there, kind of like get it where you want it at, and then go ahead and tighten it down just like that. Oops, sorry, I was off frame. So that's going to protect the cables here and everything else. Let me back up this a little bit right there. Now we go ahead and tape them all up. Just start them all up, and then we'll go ahead and get them all taped up. So blades coming in this way. So I want the thrust side, this side right here. I believe this is the one that I need. Yep, just like that. I'm gonna protect that. Awesome, just like that. Oh. Remember, you want to cover this side more, not this side. I saw myself already trying to get this side over here. The one you're worried about is the one closest to the drone, where all the cables are, obviously. There we go. There you go. Perfect. Kind of looks pretty cool too. I mean, it looks better without it, but You want to protect them. Like I say, guys, don't knock me on these. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to go upside down, but you know, these cables were gonna be too close to this. Obviously, I use these foam pads. It got it up a little bit, but you know, these things, they have a lot of flex, especially if you crash or whatever, and these make contact with the carbon fiber. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I might be doing it wrong, but this is the way I'm doing it, and this is why I like the hobby. You pretty much kind of build it how you want it, and obviously you want to try to keep it nice, but the whole point is having fun, right? You gotta have fun. If you ain't having fun, why you're in the hobby for? Alright, here we go. These are going inside, so I'm gonna cut these out. Use the other different type of blades. Nope. I'm gonna have to use the opposite side. Yeah, that'll work. Also, guys, I'm new to this YouTube channel for drones. I've been doing YouTube for a little bit over a month now. I would say a month and a half or so. But I do side by sides, so that's my other YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube video for drones, for any RC. Like I like RCs, period. Like, you know, I do helicopters, monster trucks, all that good stuff, but I'm gonna focus on drones because it's the new thing, and it's a lot of fun. I like the drones. The drones they're a blast. But yeah, we'll start getting subscribers up. If I get up there in numbers, start doing giveaways. So make sure you guys stay tuned and hit that bell notification and subscribe, because the giveaways are definitely going to have to do with subscription, right? So the higher the subscribers I got, I'm going to be giving away probably like full kits of drones, motors, ESCs, you know, stuff like that. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and you guys will know when the giveaway is going to start. But I will be doing giveaways, that's for sure. Small appreciation, I guess. There we go. So the whole point is to cover the inside where your blade rotations are going. So there you go. Now we go ahead and completely cover them. And start from the bottom here. There you go. So it just makes it easier if you put a tape on it at the beginning, like I did, to hold it down, and then you can just roll it on like I do right now. Hold on. I should be cutting it off versus pulling it off, but you guys can do how you want it. At least you guys got the right idea. But there you go. So at the end of the day, this is what it's gonna look like. I mean, it's not too bad, you know. You gotta lose some kind of you know, looks for functionality and for structure, right? To make it stiffer and stronger, right? Durability is what we're looking for. Because these drones, let's face it, they are made to crash. Like, you buy them, you are going to crash them. Don't care who you are, how good of a pilot you are, you're gonna crash it if you're pushing yourself, especially if you're trying to do new tricks, right? So yeah, so you want to make them as sturdy as you can, guys. Obviously that's something most of you guys already do know, but I figure I just mention it. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest. I'm not gonna do it on camera because obviously it's just tape, right? You guys know how to do that. And then I'm gonna work on getting my buzzard on and all that stuff, and then I will conclude the final build, and then I will do another video on setting it up for you know, setting up my quad with PIDs and all that stuff, and getting it on beta flight and all that stuff. So nothing you guys don't know, but that way we could do it together. Stay tuned. There you go, guys. This is the final build, the final product right here. As you can see, it's a very good looking machine, very good looking quad. I really like this quad. Obviously I've been watching all of Drib's videos, and I was inspired to get it, and yeah, I got it, and it's built. So all I did was with that receiver from Spectrum, comes with these cables right here. So all I had to do was put one of my handy dandy plugs over here, and I set up my transmitter. That's the only thing I've done, was I set up my transmitter, you know, put a new channel, put a new setting for it, and then I plugged in, this could take up to 8 volts, so I put a 7.4 volt battery, 2-cell battery, hooked it up in there, and pretty much bound it. Once I saw the light turn and my remote gave me my status, I unplugged it, and then I made my own little connector, straight cable soldered into the flight controller. It's pretty clean build, as you can see. It's not a whole lot of let me see if it focuses in there. Come on. My lighting is weird, that's why it's taking a while to focus. There it goes. You can see it's not too bad. It's not too messy, man. It's a pretty clean build. Here's that little thing I did there. I don't know if that's gonna last very long, but once I have a GoPro here, it's gonna be a little bit sturdy up here. Plus the battery sticks up to over here, so I don't see this being too much of a concern. If it is, this is TPU anyways, you know. So if it breaks, it breaks. Then I'll just put it loose like normal, like everyone else. And yeah, it's a pretty nice build. I like it. I just got this on here, but I also have double-sided tape holding the capacitor on this side, and then on this side I have the receiver on it. It's inside of there, and it's all hold up. It's all pretty sturdy, man. Though, like this thing in the crash, it's you can tell it's gonna hold up, man. It's a pretty sturdy quad. I really like it, guys. So yeah, stay tuned, man, and give me a thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe to my channel. Definitely subscribe. I got a lot of new content that's gonna come in, and like I said, I'm gonna start doing giveaways and stuff. So I'm gonna probably do giveaways for like drones and stuff like that, kits. So I'll see what's going on out there, and then I'm gonna order one, and then I'll set up the giveaway. It's gonna have to be, you know, certain subscribers and stuff. So I'm gonna reach my first 500 subscribers, and I'll give something away pretty worthwhile. So stay tuned, hit that like button, make sure you hit that little bell and subscribe, and let everybody know, and get on there. The faster I reach up there, the faster I'll put in that giveaway. It'll probably be a full drone, you know. If anything, it'll probably be one of these. It'll be just the kit, you know, the frame, along with these motors, you know what I mean. And then you guys could put your own, you know, ESC or whatever flight controller you got, but I'll be giving away one of these frames, and then these motors as well. And then for 1,000 subscribers, I might do his built one. He has one that's fully built, that you could buy. It comes already assembled with all his stuff on there. I'll probably give one of those away, or I don't know, maybe I'll give this one away, who knows. So yeah, so like I said, subscribe to the channel, man. And, thanks for watching, and enjoy.